Alright, this is basically a rant because I watched the news for 5 minutes the other day, and in those 5 minutes, here's what I gained out of it. I learned about some oil leak that contaminated a river and killed millions of fish, not BP. And I learned about some guy that raped a woman and he got thrown in prison and then the woman went missing. And I felt way better after that. Anyways, so I'm giving you a rant now about why I think you shouldn't watch the news, because the news is fucking stupid. First of all, the networks, they want viewers because they want more money. Obviously, it's what a business does. It makes money. People make their living off of whatever, right? So they want viewers, and to get the viewers, they need to show content that the viewers want to see. So they're gonna show you like bullshit fucking generalized crap that lots of people can be like, oh, look at that, it's like shiny, whatever, it's cool. And they're gonna keep watching it. And then most of the news is really scary, like, ooh, there's a robber in your town, you know, and it's gonna get you in fear, and you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't know there was a robber in my town. Maybe I should like start locking my doors. Or, oh shit, this kid got molested by some internet predator. Maybe I should password protect my Vista machines in the basement because I have kids of my own, you know, and all that crap. And I mean, these are just bad examples, but the news wants you to have viewers, and if you're getting news that's like good for the whole world, then it's not good enough for you, because you could be getting better news and whatever. Anyways, then all the news that you have is really depressing. I'd say like 90% of what shows up on the fucking news channels, doesn't matter which one, maybe there's like one that's like but they're all 90% depressing crap. Robberies, rapes, buildings catching fire, contamination, depressing crap, flu, people in the hospital, you know, all this, some pissed off politician that's not getting the fucking results he wants, you know, all this crap. This is like 90% of news content. And literally, I'm no psychologist, but if you're watching the news for what, 30 minutes to an hour every day, all that crap going in your head every single day, it cannot be healthy. It just can't. No positive outcome can come from that. And then you have global news. So maybe there's some of that that's not depressing, and it's actually like sort of interesting. Like maybe some cornfield just got 20% larger. And yeah. Anyways, if that affects you in any way, the war, some random cornfield, like even the BP oil spill, if you didn't know about any of all this global news garbage, your whole local life, like around your town and all that, actually your whole life for that matter, would be exactly the same. You don't gain a fucking thing about global news. When I see two people talking about something they heard on the news, like, oh man, Obama's really doing a bad job. No, I think he's doing a good job. You know what I think? I look at them and I imagine they're talking about the shit they made last night. And honestly, it's about the same quality of a conversation. Anyways, then you have ads. Now, every TV thing, channel, whatever, station, all that crap, they all have ads. But the news ads are like the worst. Not because the ads themselves are bad, but just the fact that you start off filling your mind with depressing content, then you got a little bit of content that you don't give a shit about, and then you have people trying to tell you to buy their product, and like, I think on it, like, if you go online, there's no ads. Borrowing you have AdBlock Plus. Everybody does. If you don't, you're an idiot. No, you're okay. You're not an idiot. You just have to download it. But you go online, there's no ads. You go outside, there might be a billboard. You can just look away. You read the newspaper, there might be an ad. Well, of course there will be, but you can just look down like it's not. On TV, you have 30 seconds to 90-second ads of people like, oh, buy this. Look, a ball, and you can get it at Walmart, and you can throw it in the air, and blah, 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 and it's crap. If you put up with that, you're a fucking idiot. How can you put up with ads that, makes me want to throw a brick at the TV when I see people actually, like two people together, or three, or a group, that are watching an ad on TV. Like, Oh, look, hey, I got nothing better to do with my time, so I'm gonna sit around with my friends and let people try to solicit me. Yeah, no, that... Okay. And then, a lot of the news you don't even care about, right? So, you're watching news, and then it's all depressing crap, and then there's something that you don't care about, but... Say your cornfield, you don't give a shit about that, but you have to watch that whole 2 to 5 minute garbage about your cornfield so you can see what's next. And to make it worse, they bloat it up. Honestly, a lot of the things they have in there, they shove clips in there that literally, if they were completely unrelated clips, you would never know. You're gonna have a picture of, say, your cornfield, and then a house beside it with the little some crap, and then it might talk about some other thing, and it'll show a little pie graph with two little whatever, and then you're always gonna have that little clip of the guy talking to the microphone and someone else behind him that's doing something completely unrelated, and then you might get the the camera, all this crap. It's just what the hell? It's just making it longer. You don't care. I don't care. They're just, it's not even related to the news thing. It's just somehow it fits in. It's... ugh. Anyways, then, think about it. 30 minutes to an hour every day you spend watching the news. Imagine, for some ridiculous reason, you decided to do something else in that exact same time span. Think about it. If instead of watching the news, you decide to learn how to program an assembler, okay, anyone who could do that won't watch the news. If instead of watching the news, you start learning a new instrument, there's no way anyone watching this video knows how to play every single instrument. And if you do, congratulations, I think that's really respectable. But you probably don't, especially if you're watching this. So if you learn how to play an instrument, think about it. 2 people talking about an instrument they play, or 2 people talking about how Obama's doing? It'll change your life. It'll actually be good. You'll probably get smarter out of it. You'll be able to relate to more things. People will admire that. People don't admire how much you know about the news. People admire skills and talents and personalized things. If you're talking about something else, like some cornfield, or some fucking thief that jumped off a building and killed himself because he was too scared to go to prison, people will want to listen to you talking about that, but they don't give a shit about you. If you're talking to people about how you play an instrument, and then you show them this cool new guitar solo you figured out, or this awesome keyboard thing, maybe you want to play violin, I don't know, a clarinet, who cares? It's just, you play that and people are like, oh, that's cool, look, I know a guy that can play some random instrument that's pretty fun, and he makes his own music, or whatever, you know? And then, so you have all this crap about the news. Now let's talk about some alternatives. Imagine, okay, maybe you don't want to learn how to do something like playing an instrument, but you still want to get your news. All that news, global, local, whatever, you can get online in 30 seconds or less. And let's just say that 1% chance, 1 out of 100 fucking miracle thing that there's something that shows up that you actually care about, oh shit, I actually do that for a living, maybe I should check it out, you know, or so, oh, a new technological advancement, wonder why that's on the news. Then you can read more on it, and then it'll take longer than 30 seconds to get your news, but, you know, you're actually not really getting the news at this point, you're researching something, and that's admirable. So you can get it online, and then you're not going to have ads, it's not going to be crap, and if there's something you don't care about, you can skip it, blah blah blah. I can go on forever on why online news is the best. I mean, you don't even have to revolve your schedule around when the news is on, then you just go to the news when you want it. Or let's say you stop giving a shit about the news, which is probably the best thing for anyone to do right now, and you go outside and you learn how to do parkour, or you start jogging, or you make a fucking adventure for yourself. I don't care if you're over 40, there's interesting shit out there and you should be checking it out rather than watching the news.